Today, we'll take a behind-the-scenes look at my photo shoot with Caitlin using the Sony RX1R3. Heading out early to shoot on a hot and humid day in Orlando, Florida, it was nice to walk around with such a small, compact, lightweight camera like the RX1R3. Packing 61 megapixels and a fixed Zeiss 35mm f2 lens, it's the ultimate compact camera for anyone looking to shoot portraits or capture everyday life while on the go. We started out our shoot using only available light, and after working some different angles to see what the morning light was doing, I settled on these images, all shot wide open at f2. The lens on the RX1R3 is an absolute classic and strikes a nice balance of giving you excellent performance while retaining some of that analog character that photographers truly love. Moving on to our next spot, I found a shady area by the lake which made for a nice area to cool down, but it created some challenges when it came to getting a balanced exposure. In these situations where I have a subject in shade and the background in full daylight, I like to use a flash to help fill in the shadows on my subject. Here's some of the shots we got using a small on-camera flash. Because the RX1R3 has a leaf shutter, we're able to bring down the exposure of the background by shooting at 1/2000th of a second for our shutter speed, all without having to use high-speed sync with our flash. Right by the tables we were shooting at, I noticed some beautiful light close to the lake. Anytime I'm shooting outdoors, I'm always on the lookout for different spaces like this that are close by and allow us to capture a few additional shots before moving on to our next spot. Here I switched up to a more powerful off-camera flash setup. I didn't have a light stand on me, so I had to hold the flash with one hand and the camera in the other to get the shots that I wanted. Now, while I would have preferred bringing a light stand and a modifier for the flash, I think these turned out just fine and allowed me to get around without carrying a bunch of heavy equipment. Before moving to the next spot, I shot a couple of quick images of Caitlin by the bushes as I liked the light that was coming through the tree leaves behind me. After getting the images that I wanted, we moved on to this small green cabin that I thought would make for a perfect backdrop. Whenever I want to get some film-like color in my images, I try to make sure that the location supports those efforts by having great colors throughout the environment. This spot worked out perfectly, and getting these shots was beyond simple thanks to the unbeatable autofocus of the RX1R3. Having the dedicated AI processing unit in this small camera allowed me to direct my attention towards engaging with my subject and getting the right poses and expressions. Before leaving an outdoor location, I try to walk around and see if there's anything else interesting happening that would end up giving us something nice. I really love the dapple light hitting the side of the building, and while this isn't something that I would typically do with just any camera, I knew that the RX1R3 has excellent dynamic range, which would allow me to recover shadow details if necessary. Our last two locations were all close by, and I decided to shoot the majority of these backlit so I could see what the backgrounds would look like at f2, especially with the sunlight streaming through the trees. You could see in the images the beautiful defocused areas, and while it might be difficult to determine from the video itself, my subject Caitlin in this shoot was sharp. That's the magic of this lens and why it's been a staple in the RX1R lineup of cameras. It's sharp, but renders with beautiful bokeh and detail that I personally love. The RX1R3 is a wonderful option for anyone looking for a premium, point-and-shoot camera that gives professional results. To learn more about this awesome camera, be sure to check out the videos that you see here on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video before heading out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.